Shalom. Shalom, Yashrala. Before this starts, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well. The only one certified to teach the 100% truth of the Bible. Alright. I want to give a sincere shalom to the Yakim out there, pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. And a sincere shalom to the Yaakov out there listening in silence. My name is Bayanash Napasha, and Lord willing, I'm back in the spirit. We'll talk about another lesson to the elect out there. Hopefully they find this edifying, because that's who it's all for, man. And we're praying that we're a part of that number, because the elect are the only people that matter in these end days. All right, the Lord, He's navigating everybody in this to sift out who He doesn't want. All right, the Lord's not looking for mediocre. He wants the brothers that are on fire, the ones that were preordained to make it. He knows exactly where they are. All right, and until this ministry is done being preached, that's when Yahweh Shai is going to come back, put all theories to rest about who the Lord is, what His Spirit actually is. Let's lock in. Alright? Because in these end times, the prophets, they be loud and clear since the 80s. Alright? The apostles of GMS and all the true affiliates, and those looking to grow deeper within this ministry by following GMS, they've been loud and clear about who the devil is, so-called white man. All right, what the charagma is, the implantable device, the size of a grain of rice. All right, the true spirit of the Lord. All right, what else have we been loud and clear about? The end time prophecies, you know, how close we really are in this thing to it being the game set match. All right, the prophets have been very clear about this, and honestly, everybody that's in the middle doesn't matter. It's Jacob and Esau that actually matters. Alright? But there's no losing on Jacob's side. You know, for the elect, obviously, in the 1/3. Those are the individuals that are actually going to see it to the end. Alright? Scriptures say, no one innocent has perished trusting in the Lord. Nobody has ever been confounded that was innocent. Alright? Roughly paraphrasing. So, no matter how bad things get, how tough it gets, really, that's the entire point. The Lord gonna turn up the heat. Alright? See, the way that Esau moves during camp, brothers be talking about how what's it called, the frog in the pot method, which is basically saying how if you were to drop a frog into boiling hot water, it would immediately try to get out. But if you start with some lukewarm water and slowly rise that temperature, the frog won't know the difference. It'll just stay in there until it's too late, and then it will die. That's how Esau moves when it comes to creating a system that's so convenient and so to keep you where you are, so that it can confound you. All right, but that's not how the Lord moves. The Lord takes His time with things, but rest assured, He's always going to put you in a situation where you better make a decision right then and there. And it's not gonna be he'll let your sin stack up if he ain't really messing with you. But if he's messing with you, you gonna know you need to step immediately. That is gonna be wildly uncomfortable there. If a brother gets a new job, he's taking too much time away from the Lord, gotta get rid of it. Hell, you get a woman that's way too clingy or whatnot, or problematic or whatnot, get rid of it. Or maybe even your workout regimen, if that's taking too much time away from the Lord, nope, can't have it. As soon as possible, Not trying to let things stack up over time. And sometimes we do. Sometimes that happens, because we're imperfect. But that judgment comes back in to properly assess the situation. Because, the scriptures always say this, examine yourselves in all things. So it's not just our spirit, but it's also our surroundings, So we also pay attention to if what we're doing is giving the Lord enough time. And if we're not, if we just start catching hell left, right, and center, we gonna think back to, oh wait, am I giving the Lord enough time? Maybe he's trying to send me a message. Hey, get back on, pick up the plow, Obviously never put it down, but don't be sitting around at the job just blah, blah, blah. No, you came here to do work. All right? That's what Ecclesiastes 2 talks about. My son, if thou come to worship me, prepare thy soul for temptation. He didn't say, just grab a broom and do whatever. No, he said, no, you gonna come to work. All right? Don't ever put down that plow. Sometimes we get in our head as we're doing the work, but we got to snap out of that and really lock in. Because in these end days, anything can get you tripped up. That's apparent when you look at everybody, even Jakes that should understand. They understand a lot within this world, but they don't have any inclination. They don't have any faith. They don't have no wisdom when it comes to the Lord. That's apparent, man. It is so easy to be a bug out. The water Yahweh Shem Yahushua that we're not. And Lord willing, it stays that way and doesn't, and the Lord doesn't take his spirit off of us, man. That's a terrifying thought. If the Lord look at you, you're not using the spirit, give me that back. Man, that's terrifying. That's terrifying. Because all the videos that are done about brothers or sisters or whoever that's trying to be in this thing, man, or if you're in it for the wrong reasons, the Lord will take you out, no problem. It matters. It matters how you move in this, every last bit of it. And there was a video I put in my shorts of this Edomite talking about what actually matters in life. And he had a beautiful point where he was talking about a lot of people like to think what they want to matter matters, not what actually matters. So when they say, in the video he says something like, when you wake up, you brush your teeth, you exercise, you give to you give charitable works to the homeless or whatnot, all that counts. But if you slack off, if you take a day off for whatever, if you relax, if you waste time or whatnot, all that still counts. It just counts towards the negatives. And you got to start divvying up the balances and making sure that the positives outweigh the negatives, And that's what it means to be in this truth, man. We're looking to put more into our positive bank with the Lord, to build up videos, to teach better, to offend less, all right, to practice the righteous holy days. We're looking to build as much as possible in the positives and put the least amount of possible in the negatives, all right. And he likened it onto a bank account, which is crazy because that's what the Edomites excel at, with the sword. They are amazing at taking, and building up their treasures and not spending anything. Really. All right, because most of these Edomites, man, what was it? I'm trying to remember who it was. Was it Michael Jordan, or it was a Jake that's like a billionaire, I believe. And somebody did the math of how much. I think it was like a family member asked for like $10,000, and dude was a billionaire, and he told him no. And he's like, man, that's the equivalent if you had $10,000 and somebody asked you for a penny, and you said no. We want to, apropos that, all right, to keeping as much positives with the Lord, and to whenever there's a situation that's going to challenge you, to get you to do something that's going to offend the Lord. All right, trying to have that mindset. No, I'm trying to build up treasures within Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Matthew 6 verse 20, I believe. Yeah, we're trying to build up incorruptible riches up in the heavens, man. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking to gain anything in the world over here, because the riches here can easily be stolen, man. Okay. But with Yahushua, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, all right, the Heavenly Father through His Son, and nobody, the scriptures already say nothing formed against me, no man, no weapon, nothing formed against me shall prosper. Yeah, so if nothing can defeat the Lord whatsoever, what makes you think that building up treasures with Him will fail you? That's why the scriptures say nobody that's ever trusted in the Lord has ever been confounded. No one innocent has perished trusting in the Lord. All right? It's a guaranteed win when you put it on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That may be the title for the lesson. Always bet on Yahushua. That's what it may be, you know? Because that's what we're doing. With all the knowledge that we've learned inside of this ministry, the truth and understanding, man, I don't know about y'all, but my social media ain't the same. My social media before I came into this was full of nothing but stupid shit, dumb jokes, brain rot stuff. That's all it was, literal brain rot. And I don't mean like, oh, just, you know, the occasional funny video or whatnot. I mean like legitimate brain rot. I don't know why. For some reason I thought it was funny. But it was videos that meant absolutely nothing. You know? But coming into this, now that there's a new purpose, my focus is completely different now. I don't look at the same things that I used to with the same eyes, with the same understanding, with the same heart. And because of that, the algorithm knows this, and we're like, okay, we'll send you crazy near-death experiences on social media. And I'm like, this is nothing. This is just the Lord's judgment coming out, man. This is beautiful. This is a great way to make a lesson, and that was the lesson that I made. The Lord will mark you as necessary. Boom. Very easy. That's 7 minutes. I think the intro to that video was 7 minutes long of people losing their life, or damn near losing their life. All because the Lord wanted it to be so. And the people were just like, oh, good Lord, how could God let this happen? How could that person put themselves in a situation where the Lord needed to move on them like that? All right? Y'all got the wrong idea. You always want to say the Lord is wrong. The Lord is never wrong. We are constantly wrong. How is that person going to be innocent just because there was no accidents in anything? There's not a single accident that's ever happened in history. The Lord has planned out every meticulous detail from start all the way to finish. Nothing was overlooked. Nothing was an accident. Nothing was not according to the plan of Yahweh. Never has been, never will be. Everything is meant to happen exactly as happened. All right? Why do you think every brother's had his heart broken? It needed to happen to forge him into a stronger being. Now, for those situations with those people that got, the Lord was sick and tired of them. He said, you come back here with me, up in the spirit realm. That's just how it is. Ain't no accident. The Lord can just take you out, either peacefully, or if you're moving reckless, he'll be like, fine, you get a reckless end. And who's going to tell him no? Who's going to tell him, Lord, I think that's too much? Who the fuck are you? Not shit. The only one who could advocate for anybody's judgment is Yahushua. And we trying to give him as much evidence as possible to present our case to Yahweh to give us a chance, to give us grace. That's all we're doing. We trying to offend less and make the ministry blameless. And to properly exalt the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Alright? There's nothing else that's important in this thing. And it feels like our flesh makes it feel like it's for nothing. But it ain't for nothing. It's for something that this flesh cannot attain to, that it can't keep up with. That's why it feels like it's for nothing. Your flesh ain't perfect, but your spirit is. All right? We're gods that are locked in mortal bodies. All right? So, of course, our mortal bodies cannot keep up with our godly spirit. And sometimes the flesh takes over the spirit. And we trying to build it up so that our flesh has no contest against our spirit. But, unfortunately, that's just how it is until the Lord comes back. But it's what's refining us. You know, that's where that frog in the pot method comes from. We don't let things just build up so that we get confounded. Nah. Each one of those things feels like a million Kelvin or whatever the hell, right? It burns to the touch, and we get off me. You know, we don't want that spirit on us. We don't want to move like that. We want to move the way Yahweh Bashem Yahushai wants us to move. The only way that we can properly move. And Lord willing, he finds favor in us. Alright? The Lord willing, this is edifying. Hey. It's almost over. It's almost over, you know? So yeah, with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Alright? It's almost over. Shalom, Yasharallah.